Hey everyone, welcome back to Lisa Lady Rider, where we ride with confidence, style, and a whole lot of heart. Today we're diving into riding gear because, as you can see behind me, there's 4 inches of snow outside. I want to talk today about the pieces that protect you, keep you comfortable, and make every mile better. Let's get into it. So today I'm coming to you from my kitchen, as you can see, because I wanted to do the video next to the bikes so that it would be kind of a nice visual background. But in my garage today, it's 18 degrees. That's Nebraska for you. Today, 18 degrees, 2 days ago, 77 degrees, and I was riding in February. But right now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about jackets and some of the jackets that I love the most. The tricky part for some people is to decide whether or not they want a leather jacket or they want a synthetic jacket, you know, like a fabric type jacket. I have a few different types here that I want to show you. That way you can get a gist for it and buy the one that's good for you. This is the one you don't want to scrimp on. This piece of equipment is super important. It keeps you comfortable, it keeps you dry, it keeps you safe in case something happens and you have an accident on your bike. These jackets are all meant to accomplish that end. First one I have, it's a Joe Rocket jacket that I'm ashamed to say I bought 30 years ago, or almost 30 years ago. It's a great piece of equipment. This brand is phenomenal. The nice thing about this jacket is it has adjustments at the wrist. It has zippers at the wrist, which give you space to tuck in your gloves if you want to. It has an adjustment at the waist, which allows you to be able to adjust the waist in case you need to. It also has plenty of vents in the front and on the sides. The sleeves adjust so that if your arms are a little thinner, you can adjust them that way. But my favorite thing about this jacket is you can see it has zippers that go up the sides here and around the whole jacket. What happens is when you take those zippers and zip them out, it turns into a mesh summertime jacket. So that's my favorite thing about this one. I don't wear it as much anymore because it's a little bit snug on me, but I love this jacket and all the vents, and the quality of it is really amazing. You can see it still kind of looks like it's brand new, and it's not. I have another one here that I bought because it's a little more fashion forward in my opinion. It is a Z1R. It has a lot of the same functionality as the other one. It's got zippers on the side in case you want to open those up if you're wearing bulkier clothing. It's got vents. It's got a heavier leather. It also has a zip out vest in case you want to pare down and get a little bit cooler, because anyone who rides in Nebraska knows that there are certain times a year when you can be starting out your ride at 30 degrees and then ending up your ride in the 80s or the 70s. This one's also great because it has great big pockets. This particular jacket happens to have a gun holster in it, which is good for anybody who carries. This is an SS jacket that I bought from a motorcycle shop. The synthetic ones are usually more popular at the motorcycle shops that sell crotch rockets. This one is really nice because it's a heavy winter jacket, but the hoodie inside zips out so that it makes a cooler summertime jacket. It also has a lot of vents. Most good jackets do. It's a heavier quality fabric, which is really nice. It's nicely made. It has also the adjustments on the arms, which is nice. It has adjustments on the wrist, which is fantastic. And then it's also kind of nice looking. Oh, the nicest thing about this jacket is it cinches around the waist so that you don't get air inside of your jacket when you're bending over. It has a nice adjustment on the collar, which is really nice. The only thing I don't love about this jacket is that the bottom of it doesn't cinch very well, so that sometimes it'll come loose, and then when you're riding you wind up getting air inside of your jacket, which isn't that big a deal, but it's kind of annoying if it's chilly. Also, this jacket has armor in the elbows and I believe, yeah, also in the back as well, which is really great for safety because if, God forbid, anything ever happens and you're not, and you hit the pavement, you'll be glad that you got that armor in your jacket. Next thing up is chaps. I got ChatGPT to write me a script for this particular video, and they said that it's easy to get into chaps. Not really. I would take my time. It'd probably take you a good solid 5 minutes to get into your chaps. But chaps are great, especially when the weather is chilly. They keep you protected. They keep you warm. They keep you from getting, hit with big debris. It's no big deal. They zip right up the sides, so it's easy to get in and out of them if you know what you're doing. And this particular pair of chaps, I've had almost 30 years. If you buy a good pair of chaps, you can keep them for a long time. And if you take care of them, these I really like because they have a stretchy fabric in the thigh and it gives you room to expand and it makes it more comfortable when you're on your bike and riding. I really like that about these. They have a little braid down the side, which is really pretty. I dig that. And I haven't had not one issue with this really old pair of chaps. They're nice and broken in, which is another thing about leather. It does take some time to break in, and they're comfortable. And I really like wearing them when the weather is chilly. Now, I'm not, you'll see when I ride, a big fan of wearing tons and tons of gear because I don't personally feel super comfortable when I'm wearing all that gear. It's just a lot for me. I get a little bit, anxious about wearing a ton of clothing and trying to move around. It doesn't feel as free to me. But I do have this gear and I do wear this gear when the weather requires it. Boots. So let's talk boots because the right pair can make or break your ride. The boots need to be comfortable, protective, and ready for whatever the weather throws at you. First thing, make sure they're waterproof. Even if you don't plan on riding in the rain, storms happen. Puddles happen, and nothing ruins a ride faster than soaked feet. I know from experience. Fit matters too. You want a snug boot that supports your ankle, but with just a little extra room so you can wear heavy socks in the winter without cutting off circulation. Your feet swell throughout the day, especially on long rides, so that bit of space makes a big difference. And don't forget, you're not just riding in these boots, you're walking in them at gas stations, rest stops, and rallies, so they need to feel good on and off the bike. For women riders, I like to have two styles, tall boots for winter and short boots for summer. Tall boots give you more wind protection, more warmth, more coverage against road debris. Short boots are lighter, cooler, and perfect for hot weather rides when you want airflow around your ankles. Bottom line, your boots should keep you dry, supported, and confident every time you put your feet down. These particular short boots I liked and I bought because they are a cuter boot, I think. They have a little buckle on the side. To women, that matters. But I got stuck in a really bad rainstorm with these, and they have elastic on the sides. The elastic just let all the rain flow come right in. My feet were soaked, and it took me a whole 24 hours to dry out these boots. These, I'll admit, I also bought because I thought they were cute. But these do give me lots and lots of protection. They're a good boot. I've had them for a few years. I haven't had any real noticeable wear on them. Even the soles have held up very nicely. Both Harley-Davidson boots. I also highly recommend Harley-Davidson boots because I feel like, again, they make the nicest boots. They make the stuff that wears well, and they warranty their boots, which is really nice. So if something goes wrong with your boot, you can bring it in and have them repair or replace it. That's a nice thing to have. Let's talk helmets. I ride with a carbon fiber helmet because it's lightweight, strong, and comfortable for long rides. A lighter helmet means less neck fatigue, especially on windy days. Make sure yours fits snug. Now, I went to have mine fitted, and they recommended that I use an extra small. I thought for sure an extra small was going to be too small for me and uncomfortable, but the first time I wore it, it fit perfect. It was like a glove, and it wasn't too tight. That I can't stress enough. When you go to buy a helmet, go to a proper helmet provider or someone who sells helmets. Make sure you get fitted for the helmet and make sure that they not only fit you for the right size, but the right shape of your head. And good places that sell helmets will go ahead and measure you for this, and they'll have a way to measure it, and they'll make a good recommendation for you. Since a lot of you have asked about my helmet, here's a quick review of the Simpson Modular Bandit Carbon Fiber. One of the boldest looking modular helmets out there. The Bandit gives you the classic Simpson Street Fighter style, but with the convenience of a flip-up chin bar. It's lightweight, thanks to the carbon fiber shell, and that really helps on long rides and windy days. Ventilation is solid. The optics are clear, and the visor options are pin lock ready. For those of you who don't know what it is, a pin lock keeps your visor from fogging up. It goes on the inside of your visor, and it, like I said, keeps you from fogging up. I happen to buy one that's tinted. It turns tinted when the sun shines on it, and that's because I didn't feel like the visor inside this helmet was dark enough for me. It looks dark here, but when you get out in the sun, it's not very dark. And instead of wearing sunglasses, I bought the tinted pin lock, which helped a lot. Now, it's not perfect. I have heard from other people that it can run noisy at higher speeds, and it fits best for intermediate oval head shapes. But if you want a modular helmet that looks aggressive, feels light, and gives you versatility without losing that iconic Simpson attitude, the Modular Bandit Carbon Fiber helmet is a strong choice. This is my Onyx Premium Luggage Touring Bag, and yes, it's made by Harley-Davidson. The bag's been a game changer for me. Tons of storage, easy to strap down, and it holds the shape even when it's not packed full. I can fit rain gear, snacks, extra layers, my camera equipment. If you're touring or even doing weekend rides, good luggage makes life easy. And Harley really nailed it with this one. The reason why I like it so much is because it has lots of pockets, small ones, big ones. It has a separate compartment up here that I can put my camera gear in, or I can store toiletries or whatever I want. The thing I like the most about this bag is it's very easy to load on and off my bike. The first time I went for a long ride, I had a bag that had a million straps on it, and as a lady, having to ask your husband to go ahead and put your luggage on and off your bike was not only not my favorite choice, but it was a pain. And it was a pain for me, it was a pain for him. So I found some luggage that clips on and off my bike very easily. It's just got 4 straps like this. They adjust, they have these clips that are very easy to use, and it has 3 industrial Velcro straps on the back that fit over my sissy bar. I really like these. I adjusted them once. I don't have to adjust them again. They fit tightly on my sissy bar. And then there's a huge compartment inside the bag. By the way, the zippers are all rubber lined so water doesn't get in there. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant, but it comes with a waterproof cover. And then, I mean, look at the inside. There's tons of space in there. I go on a week-long trip and don't even come close to filling up this bag. It's nice, it's convenient. It has a shoulder strap so that you can carry your own bag. You don't have to wait for somebody else to do that for you. And I can't speak highly enough about this bag. Now, because it's Harley and because it has the Harley name, it was a little pricey, but this was a good investment. This was my best and most favorite investment. I even like the way it looks. Heated gear. For cold weather riders, heated gear is a lifesaver. I don't do a lot of extremely cold weather riding because during the winters here in Nebraska, the weather's brutal. I do have friends that ride every day that it's not snowing, and hats off to them. I think that's great. Heated jacket liners, gloves, socks, whatever level of comfort you want. Keeping your core warm keeps you alert and safe. I use mine anytime temps dip below comfort level because I'd rather enjoy the ride than shiver through it. I recently bought a pair of heated winter gloves that have the gauntlet on them. and just easily turn on with a touch of a button. I tested them out because a friend had them. And the thing I like the most, which is something ladies should be concerned about, is that when you wear these, you still have a lot of flexibility so that you can work your levers and, and women's hands are smaller. So as it is, bikes are not built for us. And so we have to stretch our fingers farther out to be able to work our levers and work all of the buttons on our bikes. And when you have gloves that don't let you do that, it makes that even harder. It makes your hands hurt. There's a lot of fatigue. I like these because they gave me lots of good flexibility. I like these because they have a small battery pack that charges and stays for a while. And surprisingly, I got these nice gloves, which incidentally are also heated through the fingers. That was important to me to make sure it wasn't just the top of my gloves that was getting heated. I have heated grips on my bike, and when it gets down below 40, heated grips are not all you need. You need other kind of gear. These I bought, I believe, for around 50 or 60 bucks from Amazon. And so far, so good. I really like them. The other things that I always keep in my bike that are really important are rain gear. It should pack up small so that it's not taking up too much space in your saddlebags or your trunk, whichever you're riding. And then I bought myself a waterproof seat cover, because then I don't have to carry an entire cover for my bike when it rains and the weather's nasty. I can always wipe off my bike and the paint, but my seat happens to have some suede on it that's really good at absorbing water. So I take my little tiny seat cover and no problems at all. So that's my essential riding gear lineup. The pieces that keep me safe, comfortable, confident on every ride. If you're new, don't feel like you need everything at once. Build your kit over time and choose what fits your riding style. But again, like I said, there are some pieces that are worth spending the money on. Don't be cheap with good gear that's going to be important to you and fail when you have when you're using them, or fall apart or not last for a long time. You definitely want to make sure that you've got good gear. And like I said, don't feel like you need to buy it all at one time. Buy what you need when you need it. That's what I did, and I built up my stash of stuff over time. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If this helped you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share with another woman rider who could use a little encouragement. Until next time, ride safe, ride proud, and ride like the lady rider you are.